Right, hello, welcome back. So we're continuing our playthrough of Kameo. Today I think we're just going to go all the way through the Enchanted Kingdom and explore as much as we physically can. We're going for 100% in this playthrough, so that means we will be collecting every elemental fruit, every elixir of life, and all of the 4 eyes of power? Magic crystals? Magic eyes? I can't quite remember what they're called. But regardless, if you do enjoy, don't hesitate to drop a subscribe. Make sure you come back and also maybe drop a like and maybe even a comment. I'm still very new to this. I'm still exploring a lot of what I want to do with YouTube and how I want to kind of run this channel. So please do comment if you feel there's something which needs picking up, editing, changing, whether or not it's anything you can think of, really. It's a learning curve for me, and I'm very much right at the beginning. One thing which I always forget to do, I do stream over on Twitch. The link is in the description, so please do go check it out. I do a lot of games just like this, a lot of the games which I grew up with. And I will also be playing a lot of Halo Infinite when it comes out on December the 8th, I do believe, as well as a Pokemon playthrough every Friday, starting this week. So don't hesitate to go check that out. Thank you. Hope you enjoy the video. Right, so we are first of all just going to go and just kind of wander around a little bit, really.
I'm sorry,
there we
but
go.
she's just too undisciplined to work with. Paid absolutely no attention to me when I told her she wasn't ready to attempt a rescue, and nearly got killed as a result.
I still believe she has potential. Let me at least test Kameo and see how she fares before you pass your final judgment.
Well, there we go. I will be adding a bit of background commentary throughout the game, as per usual. I'll try and limit it during any of the key moments, such as cutscenes, etc., etc. And yeah, here we go.
Kameo, I've been waiting for you. Please come closer and talk to me. You will not survive what is to come without Ortho's assistance. Unfortunately, he feels you lack the type of control, a power as awesome as the transformation magic requires. But there still may be a way to change his mind. An ancient test of skill, handed down from one warrior trainer to the next.
Of course.
Then let us begin.
I do like this. I like the writing of this is very amusing, given that this is deemed an ancient warrior trainings.
Good.
There we go.
What can you center your gaze on the 4 torches?
We'll head through this rather quickly. You can just spin around in a circle and it automatically registers.
Hovering will get you over obstacles and small gaps. Try hovering for me now. Prove to me you've got the hang of it by hovering around this hut for a few seconds. That's enough. You may land again. Here's something a bit more advanced. Try your flip kick attack on me. Don't worry, I won't hit back. Again. But this time, use the pumpkin as your target. 1 kick a day is more than enough for me.
I'm curious if all warrior trainers can do a backflip kick.
Excellent. Here's a little reward for you.
Or are asked to break pumpkins
Rooms
for that.
like this can be spent in any shop in the land. Perfect. I'd say you deserve a little break. Move over to the elixir bottle and interact with it to drink it.
And here we go, our very first elixir of life.
You'll notice that your health bar increases with each elixir you drink. Moving on.
Enough! You've made your point, old friend. So, you've returned from Thorn's castle with your tail between your legs, hmm? I must admit that I was skeptical of your abilities, but anyone who can pass the trainer's tests must be worthy of holding this, the whatnot.
Ah yes, tough tests. Looking at a bunch of torches and breaking a pumpkin.
The elemental warriors of legend. And along with the element of power, it's one of 2 artifacts needed to control them. The Whatnot will also keep a record of your journey. You can read it as we travel by pressing this button. Pressing this button will put the book away, and you can flip the pages with these. I've decided to remain inside the book for the time being. It's obvious that you won't be able to rescue your family without my advice. If you get stuck, turn the pages until the book is closed, and then press this button to talk with me. Well, I suppose you'll get the hang of things as we go. Now, we'd better go and see the mystic. Put the book away, and we'll get going.
At your command, author.
Well done, Kameo. Now you may return to the mystic and see what fate has in store. A word of advice before you go. Always remember to listen to what Otho tells you, for he is as wise as he is pompous. Until we meet again, farewell.
Let's go. But yeah, for today's playthrough, we will head all around the Enchanted Kingdom, collect everything that there is to collect at this significant point. One thing this game does fantastically well is encourage you to head back between certain regions, or at least utilize the new unlocks as time goes on.
Says it's fully repaired.
Took him long enough to fix it.
If you want to talk about long, then take a look at your snout in the mirror.
What did you say?
Sorry, the pages sometimes muffle my voice. I asked if you could wave your magic wand and find the missing elemental sprites.
It's a crystal eye. And I've already used it to divine their location. They're trapped inside the Shadow Trolls.
The Shadow Trolls? Quite preposterous. Those were hunted down and sealed away by Kameo's ancestors long ago. In fact, you were the one who convinced Fina to do it.
Hold it. I heard legends of the Shadow Trolls, but why do you keep mentioning these elemental sprites?
Ah, you see. When the Whatnot was damaged, severely I might add, which is why it took me so long to fix it.
When it was damaged, the book could no longer hold the elemental warriors, and they reverted to their physical forms, the elemental sprites.
The sprites resemble tiny woodland creatures, and they're quite vulnerable without the power of the Whatnot. However, if you can return them to the book, you can once again manifest into their true warrior form.
But to do that, you first have to rescue them from the Shadow Trolls. I only hope you've learned enough.
My family beat them once. I'll try and beat them again. Show me what you can of these things.
That sound is always slightly disturbing.
They draw their power from the Shadow Realm, and must return every so often to replenish. One of the portals to their undead lands is in the woods near here. Enter it, and you are bound to come across a Shadow Troll.
And there we go. So these fights are they're unfortunately a bit easy. I do have to admit. This game has, in my eyes, bar the rather simplistic writing, the very expositive dialogue. The Shadow Troll fights are really what let this game down. They definitely deserve to have a lot more variety to them. They are very repetitive and very simple, and they definitely could have been a lot more of a difficult battle, given that it is just you in your normal form, without any elemental sprites against the Shadow Trolls. So they could have added a lot more of a puzzle element to it, as well as a significant aspect to the combat.
Shadow Trolls are formidable enemies. Physical attacks won't be able to harm it. What we need is some light energy. There! If you defeat that lost soul, you can absorb now. Walk into the light energy to absorb it.
That's a little
Blast
close
it
to my
back at
liking.
the shadow troll, so aim carefully.
There we go. Nice and easy. It's never going to be any difficult. There's our boy.
Ah, you should recognize this elemental next. Assign Pummelweed there. You'll be able to transform into Pummelweed by pressing the morph button that he's at. The information page contains advanced...
We've played for
We've restored one elemental warrior.
We've played through a lot of this game before, and I assume most of you who are viewing this are not viewing it for the first time, and have either played this game before, whether or not you grew up with it, or are at least familiar with it in some sense. So we'll kind of skip through a lot of the tutorial aspects, but we'll fully explore a lot more of the story. We'll listen to the dialogues. Normally, I'm definitely one of those people who spams A lot, so it'll be quite interesting to kind of read through exactly what the dialogue's been written as. We will be upgrading all of the elemental warriors to their max pretty quickly, given the amount of elemental fruits that we will be going through and finding. I think there are at least 6 that we should be able to get at this point. And there we go. We'll be collecting all 100 of them. It gives us a log right here. We've only got 1, and there are 12. There are 12 elixir of lives and elixir of lives, and 4 crystallized to find as well. One thing which I've never actually done before is gone through and read the history. I've always been curious, but I've never actually stopped and taken the time to do so. So I think it would be kind of worth it, just kind of exploring and seeing what these characters actually have written for them. The Queen of the Third Age spent much of her life hunting for the elemental warriors, scouring the wilderness with her most trusted troops. Eventually she discovered an elemental sprite deep within a meadow filled with fruits and berries. With a fabled whatnot book in her possession, the Queen was able to capture the elemental sprite and restore its true identity, Pummelweed, the elemental warrior whose existence kept the harvest bountiful and helped the fruits of the land to ripen. With Pummelweed at her command, the elves would never go hungry again. Later, the Queen was able to use the element of power, transforming into Pummelweed and harnessing his powerful techniques to destroy a rebel uprising in the old Sargothan ruins, an uprising that would have threatened the elves' very way of life. Interesting that it mentions the Sargothan ruins. That's really cool. That is really cool, and I'll explain as we go on later, but that in itself as a significant plot point is quite interesting that they've alluded to it so early. I've never noticed that before, and I'm really glad I actually took the time to read that. So we'll read all of them. There's only 10 elemental warriors, and they're not too long. But for now, let's go and explore everything we can with Pummelweed. So first of all, I'm going to go around the long way before we head into the castle, because there is, I believe it's an elixir of life up here, or it is an elemental fruit. It's one of these two in this house. First, rob him. Oops. No conferring. You may not use an abacus. Use of psychic powers is strictly prohibited. Noted. I find this game is very open to public property disruption. Disruption. Sorry, I really cannot speak. Okay, let's talk to him.
In all the kingdom, there's no one who knows more about what's what than me. I'll offer a prize if you can prove you're even half as knowledgeable as I am.
This is going to be fun to try and remember.
See if you can answer this one.
How many Shadow Trolls were recently released? 7.
Lucky guess.
How many runes for a tune in the Forest Glade? 10?
Wrong answer.
5 then. Try again. We've got 3 attempts.
See if you can answer.
So 7. 5. How many torches power the Shrine of Light? Oh boy, 8?
Lucky guess.
How many Snowtop children go to the school? 3?
Wrong answer.
One more attempt.
Oh, look, it's the brave adventure.
Try
See
again.
if you can answer.
7. 5. 8. 4 or 5 then. 5?
Lucky guess.
How many trolls are held prisoner in the dungeon? So there's a fire troll, the plant one, the ice one. What other ones are there? I think there's 4.
Lucky guess.
How many children does Bluster have? 0.
Suppose you deserve this.
There we go. What's he given us? Hey! Elemental fruit number 2. Right, thanks to having Pummelweed, we can now use his uproot ability. Which, if we can get close enough... Oop. Yeah, we're not particularly kind to the insects of this world. Are crabs insects? No, they're classed as... Ooh, I have to look that up. I cannot quite remember. But they're not I'll find out the answer and it'll be on screen. I believe crabs aren't insects, are they?
Good.
They might be.
It's one of the fabled crystal eyes. I thought all of those had been destroyed, but for once I'm glad to be wrong. Legend has it that when they were equipped through the Whatnot book, the elves would gain amazing abilities in combat. It'll be well worth hunting all of them down if you can. You can equip them on the Whatnot status page.
Okay, and there we go. We've got our first crystal eye. It's a nice easy health regen, so it's definitely worth kind of utilising. I think it'll be the one we'll be using the most. There we go, another elemental fruit. Let's check out this. Fruit Finder newsletter, issue 1. This month we've scoured the Enchanted Kingdom to track down hidden elemental fruits. We thought things had gone to pot when our roving reporters found a hidden fruit inside the throne room. The next fruit is well hidden. Shall we point you towards the sandy shores near the lake? We just got that one. We've sown the seeds near the Chamber of Portraits. Wait until harvest time. The ancient tower has frozen over and valuables are held within the ice. Hanging cauldrons in the dungeon may give you more than just a warm welcome. What goes up can come down to a chest in the ancient tower. Magic mirrors may hold glimpses of the past, but vases? I'll go with vases. Can hold a tasty secret. Thanks for reading, and make sure to keep your eyes peeled for our other editions. Okay. Well, first of all, I believe it is just over here. It is normally, if I can remember. There is a little question mark we should find somewhere nearby, which starts our little adventure quest. It's not here where I remember it. Okay, we'll find it eventually.
I can't give you a discount, but all the prices are as cheap as I can make them.
Oh, wonderful. We are going to not buy anything because we cannot afford it. That is fair enough. Maybe by the Mystic's house, if I remember correctly. We'll head over there quickly. Just love the music of this game. There is something so serene about it. It's just peaceful. And I really like games where you can just enjoy the game to its fullest, just by simply exploring without having to worry about anything. It's somewhere, and I cannot remember where. Okay, I'm sure we'll come across it, but for now we're going to head on, I think, inside here.
Hello.
Anything else for us? And I'm on to number 3. Anything else around here? I seem to recall somewhere near here is one which I missed last time I played. I remember having to come back and thoroughly search the entire area for any source of the next elemental fruit. I'd rather not have to backtrack too much this time. Interesting. It's the Chamber of Living Portraits. And here, the storehouse. Okay. I think for now that is everything we can get. There may be more, but we will be back eventually. I'm going to grab the Weed Kill ability, I think. This is definitely one of my favourites. It's horrifically brutal, and I can only continue to appreciate that in this game. Brutality is definitely something which is thoroughly well done. We appear to have missed something. We may have skipped a section a little bit early. I do believe we have to go back and talk to someone.
Collecting you don't seem to be getting very far. Is it really that complicated?
That's why I've skipped the Mystic. I was wondering why a couple of things were missing. Oh well, we've got a couple of things ahead before our time, but that is perfectly fine. There we go.
Did you slay the beast?
Like you, Mystic, it wasn't pretty, but
But I did what was necessary.
Very good. Now, just give me a moment, and I'll locate the next shadow trawl.
Wait, have you learned anything new regarding Thena or the others?
Unfortunately, no. But the quicker you retake all the elemental sprites from the shadow trawls, the sooner you'll command the power you need to save your family.
don't be such a witch, you witch. Use the sight to find out how they fare.
Fine. Let me gaze into the eye and see what I can see.
The sound is never pleasant.
It's Hallis. He's being taken to a temple hidden in the deep and dark depths of the Forgotten Forest. The lair of an ancient demon so horribly powerful it can suck out a being's very soul. Now, I assume you'll want to try and save him.
Of course.
Reaching the Forgotten Forest will be a dangerous journey, and one that only you can make. But I will take you as far as the Badlands.
Then lead the way, noble trainer.
There we go. I cannot believe I completely forgot to go to the Mystic's Hut. I was far too preoccupied on getting as many of the elemental fruits as possible. But that's fine. It just means we've skipped a couple of things. Right, well, it seems I cannot find it. I'm almost certain that there is one. There is at least one in all of the other kingdoms, but I'm sure we'll find it eventually. Either we've gone searching for it too early, or I'm just looking in the wrong place.
An untamed wilderness where neither elf nor troll reign supreme. Be forewarned, it is a harsh and unforgiving land, so gather your wits before you follow me through the warp. See you on the other side.
Right, I think I'm going to leave that there. We'll be picking it up next time when we head into the Badlands, and then probably make our way over to the Forgotten Glade. Hopefully I shall catch you next time. Bye now.